All right, everybody, welcome back to Shadowverse Worlds Beyond, and we're bringing you another lobby tournament match today. This is the final round. It's Spellboost Rune round 4 versus Portalcraft. I'm recording this live, so I don't know what version they're playing. We're going to find out here. Let's get into it alongside some live commentary here. Recording this as I'm playing. This is round 4. You can go back and watch the other rounds in my previous video if you want. Absolutely epic matches, I felt like. Anybody watch those? Weren't those some pretty crazy epic, pretty crazy epic back and forth? I'm sure I probably made some mistakes if you go back and watch those. The opening hand here, I was totally fine with the Dimension Climb and Angrea. And this thing here, go ahead and engage this. Actually, see, this live commentary, I was kind of already not paying attention. What was my fourth card? Did I get a demon call? I can't remember. If I did, I made a little, maybe might have. Did I already make a little bit of a mistake, everybody? I don't know. All right, Penelope is actually a pretty good draw. The one thing we're missing is we have basically no turn 4 play. Did I make a mistake? Did I zone out there at the very beginning? Oh god, whatever. We're in round 4. Everybody, we lost the first 2. They were just epic back and forth, just over and over back and forth, just absolutely wild. I do recommend go back and check that out if you didn't watch those. For just some of the most wild matches I've had in this game. What the heck is this draw, everybody? Oh man, well, you know, it looks like we are up against puppets, and wow, I'm kind of surprised they allowed that trade. My opponent might not be the best player in the world here potentially, and I think they shouldn't have allowed that trade to get the assassin off, but whatever. We got the Anangray, so it's not even gonna matter. Wow, maybe they just ended up also getting like a pretty bad draw as well. Bergen is like really good here, I'm pretty sure, right? Although I think Anangray may actually be even better here, so because we don't have to burn an evolution point. Yeah, I like Anangray here. Very happy with that. We got 3 demonic calls, for God's sake, in our hand. All right, I feel like things are looking pretty good in this match at point. Our hand has basically went from being absolutely terrible to basically perfect now. So yeah, we are in fact 1 and 2 in this. And if you are following along, you might be wondering, hey, where was match 3? My opponent didn't show up, so got a free win on match 3. Wow, they're burning all their 3/3s. This is crazy. Well, I can pretty well guarantee you that they're going to be having some Orcus here. I think actually just playing the Bergen and evolving it may actually be not too bad. Oh god, we don't really have a great play. Let me turn these spell boosts on, because Bergen, I like to be able to actually like attack in with the 1/1s and the 6/6 to get value. If they just wipe it, it kind of got like almost no value playing it. Geez, are we gonna have to like kind of this turn here? Oh boy, oh man, this is wow. Man, this turns like this don't happen very often, but oh my god. I guess I probably should have went ahead and pitched one of the demonic calls at this point just to get something. It still boosts everything and it still gets the full value when it dies, but the one thing we are going to be looking for here is a little bit of healing, because as I said, I pretty much guarantee they're gonna, this may be a double Orcus match. I kind of get the feeling, because they've had like kind of almost nothing in these early rounds. Melvi's good to get us draw here. Probably going to be Melvi and a demonic call, I think, on this one, so let's go ahead and do it. Try to draw into a little bit of healing. I've got 2 Normans in the spell boost deck. You can go back and watch my last one if you want to see the list. It's nothing too crazy. It's pretty basic generic list. All right, this turn I'm guessing is probably going to be the Orcus turn. Yeah, I guess I did need the other demonic call to get my William up to a 6 to get through the Orcus. Wow, they're still not Orcusing me. That's kind of insane. We're both just kind of going back and forth. I really need one little bit of healing, because Orcus can pretty much deal the full amount of damage. This is what I was wanting to play the Bergen against, is this. Man, Bergen counters this so well. So let's go ahead and do it. It's going to be a Bergen. Man, isn't this crazy to counter the 6/1 and 6/6? You got the 6/6 to perfectly kill the 1/6, and then one of these gets into the 6/1. So we're going to go here. This, and we could actually pitch the 1/1 just to get that extra spell work. I often will pitch these 1/1s just to do this, but here I don't think we really need to. William can actually full clear an Orcus now with the demonic calls. I don't really know what's happening in this match. This is one of the first, all 3 of these lobby tournament matches are some of the craziest matches. Like, this is one of the weirdest matches also I've ever had with the deck ever. Both my plays and draws and my opponent's plays and draws. All right, demonic call. Do we want to go ahead and do it here? Yeah, I'm all right with at least one of them here. Once it dies, William gets up to an 8, which full clears an Orcus board, which is pretty nice, and then engage. I think that's all right. We could have also just the 1/1 in. No, that still wouldn't have. Yeah, I think this is fine. The dimension climbs, we did not quite low as we would like, so we're not going to be able to potentially get the straight up ruler kill, but I think we are going to probably be setting up for that, because my opponent surely is going to get some Orcuses going at some point. And when that happens, or they may even, man, they may Liam me, which could actually be kind of devastating. We may, I don't know how we're going to play this match out. They probably got the Liam. Liam is also really strong. They'll have it next turn. Like, they have to have a Liam next turn. Otherwise, I just don't know what my opponent's doing. It's kind of crazy at that point. If they Liam, if we've got, for example, an Anangrea out, it's not too bad. Ooh, the Lantham. See, now that might kind of what we're talking about here. Lantham is looking really strong here, actually, right? Got a Demonic Call. The Lantham can get up to a 7/7. So we could Demonic Call, kill the Fildau, and get rid of the 1/1. And then the Lantham, regular evolution it to hit into the Noah is going to mean that if they Liam me, they are going to be able to do pretty well with the Liam. They can hit all the guys into the Lantham. But I don't know if it's really enough to really kill me. The only other thing we could do is basically kind of play around the Liam by basically not having stuff on our board and then basically just trying to set up for ruler on turn 10, and then we'll have the follow-up dimension climb. Is that play? You know what, let's just try this. This is just kind of a crazy play. Let's just try it and kind of see what happens. So we're going to Demonic Call first, then we're going to Lantham. We'll find out if this was a mistake or not. Go ahead and do this, regular evolve. Make sure we don't run out of time here. Smack into there, do this, and we're going to get to see and maybe realize if I did make these mistakes after all. Where's the man? What are they doing? Where's the what's happening here? What's happening here? They have to have something here. It's got to be either a Liam or an Orc, unless they literally had just like the worst puppet draw. Okay, there's the Orcus. All right, there we go. Man, the one thing, once again, all we basically needed here, we needed basically just one heal of some sort here, and we haven't gotten any of the heal yet. We're gonna end up Williaming. I needed basically either one Norman or one Sagelight Teachings. I haven't run anything so far. These Dimension Climbs, we may actually just Dimension Climb here because we really do kind of need one of those things. This Lilanthum, oh, Quone is actually not too bad. Lilanthum is genuinely really good against Orcus. You get to Super Evolve it, kill, and then deal 8 to the face. It's actually really strong. I could William, like, again, the Orcus can just straight up deal 9 to my face. I kind of have Dimension Climb here. I know it's like abs crazy, but I think I actually kind of have to do it. Play the Anangrea. This 1/1 will hit into here. Let's just go ahead and do that now. We can Quone and have a blocker and don't get to get the Dimension Climb off. We could also just Ruler here, which is honestly not too bad, right? It basically just depends on if they ended up having enough to kill me. Will an Orcus kill me? I'm pretty sure an Orcus does kill me. If we William, it's the same thing. If we Ruler, it basically sets us up for victory if we Ruler. So I think we do just Ruler here. And then we could just hit in for 8 and try to just win the next turn with the Dimension Climb. Let's just do it. Whatever. It basically gives them like one turn. I think it's like pretty, basically nearly guaranteed, right? Especially we'll have 2 Dimension Climbs in the deck. We could potentially redraw into the Dimension Climb. All our opponent has to have here is another Orcus, which would be really weird. I mean, it would be basically like they kind of top decked. Liam does not kill us, right? Because it's well, hold on a second here. Evolve, deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. Yep, it's not enough. So I was actually kind of thinking about that, and the fact that we get to keep the Lilanthum in play, I think this has to be a guaranteed victory for us. Point. Really weird match. Wow, one of the most bizarre, weirdest. Just what was this match? Their 10-10 is gonna hit into our 10-7 for sure, but then we've got the victory. I mean, we have an 8 here. It's impossible to lose this at this point. There's like, I don't think so. We would have to be the unluckiest person in the world to not take this one down. So let's see how it plays out. In fact, they could almost even just concede at this point, and that's all we needed was a Demon of Purgatory. I believe it still does the damage to the enemy leader no matter what, so let's go ahead and do it. Deal them 6, and all right, everybody. Weird matches. Wow, okay. All right, well, so we ended up 2-2. Go back and check out those last ones. They were absolutely wild if you want to watch some really crazy epic matches. And consider subscribing to the channel. We're going to have a lot of Take 2 on the channel. That's my plan from here on. I'm hoping, anyways. We'll see what happens. All right, gonna still be doing this intermission as is tradition. We've got exactly 7 pack tickets saved up this week, and we got a guaranteed legendary in 7 packs, everybody. So what is my next free-to-play legend open gonna be? Let's find out. I'll zip through these pretty quick until we get to that legend here. Nothing interesting there. I was thinking from now on the weekends, as I continue this free-to-play series, I'll just go ahead and pop my week's opens into the weekend lobby tournament matches. Let me know what y'all think, that if for those that are following through this Zero to Hero series. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lamaga, I think, is actually a pretty good draw. This card seems like it may actually be pretty good in Roach. I've had it played against me several times, and I actually do want to play Roach and try that deck out, and I'm thinking Lamaga may actually be kind of a staple in there. Basically lets you buy a turn to build up the Roche combo, and often it's like a guaranteed 4 damage, so then you only have to deal a little bit less, and it's at the end of each turn, so like even if they try to heal, you can still get through it. I think that's my second Lamaga, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. We'll just check real quick and make sure we don't get one more legend, and then we will get back to it here. All right, that was it. All right, everybody, free daily pack here. I'm going to open it. We've got a legendary in here. What is it going to be? Wow, that was my first. Okay, it's a premium. All right, what are we going to get? I need a Norman. Gildaria is pretty good. I think that's my third one now from the daily free pack. I think we're at about average odds here. All right, I will take it.